Canada tightens the rules, new challenges for work permits and study visas in 2024. Welcome back to Canada Chronicles. In today's video, we're diving into some crucial updates that could reshape your plans to work or study in Canada. The Canadian government has rolled out new, tighter rules for 2024, including changes to work permits and study visas that could impact your eligibility and long-term prospects. Whether you're thinking about making the move or are already here navigating these changes, you need to stay informed. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're always up to date on the latest Canadian immigration news. Let's get started. Canada has long been a preferred destination for international workers and students, offering opportunities for professional growth and academic excellence. However, as the country continues to manage its population growth and economic needs, several significant updates to the Work Permit, Labor Market Impact Assessment or LMIA, and study visa regulations have been introduced in 2024. These changes are pivotal for anyone planning to work or study in Canada, as they directly impact eligibility, application processes, and long-term prospects within the country. Work Permit, LMIA, changes. A closer look. The Labour Market Impact Assessment, LMIA, is a crucial component of Canada's Temporary Foreign Worker Program, TFWP, which allows Canadian employers to hire foreign workers when no suitable Canadian workers are available. In 2024, several key changes were implemented to refine this process and address labor market fluctuations. 1. LMIA validity period. Strategic reduction. As of May 1, 2024, the validity period for a positive LMIA has been shortened from 12 months to 6 months. This reduction is not just a procedural change but reflects a strategic shift in how Canada intends to manage its labor market. The shortened validity ensures that LMIAs are utilized promptly and that employers are not holding onto them for extended periods without actual recruitment. This change also puts pressure on employers to expedite their hiring processes and makes the LMIA more of an immediate tool rather than a long-term option. This change is particularly important in industries where the demand for foreign workers is high but fluctuates seasonally, such as agriculture and hospitality. By reducing the LMIA validity period, Canada ensures that the labor market remains responsive to current needs, avoiding a backlog of unused LMIAs that could distort the job market. 2. Cap on low-wage temporary foreign workers. Ensuring fair opportunities. The 2024 updates have also introduced a stricter cap on the proportion of low-wage temporary foreign workers that employers can hire. Previously, employers were allowed to fill up to 30% of their workforce with low-wage foreign workers. This cap has now been reduced to 20% for most industries, with exceptions granted only to sectors such as construction and healthcare. These exceptions are a recognition of the persistent labor shortages in these critical sectors. This adjustment aims to prioritize job opportunities for Canadian citizens and permanent residents while still allowing industries with genuine labor shortages to access foreign talent. For employers, this means a more strategic approach to workforce planning, ensuring that they are actively seeking to fill positions with local talent before turning to foreign workers. 3. Inclusion of asylum seekers in recruitment processes. A significant and socially impactful change is the inclusion of asylum seekers with valid work permits in the recruitment process before an LMIA can be issued. This move is part of Canada's broader strategy to integrate asylum seekers into the labor market, providing them with meaningful employment opportunities while reducing the dependency on foreign workers from outside the country. Employers must now demonstrate that they have considered asylum seekers for open positions before being granted an LMIA. This change not only supports Canada's humanitarian commitments but also addresses labor market needs by utilizing a ready and willing workforce that is already present within the country. For asylum seekers, this provides a critical pathway to economic stability and integration into Canadian society. 4. Increased scrutiny and compliance measures. To ensure the integrity of the LMIA process, Canada has introduced more rigorous compliance measures and audits for employers. These measures are designed to prevent the misuse of the LMIA process, such as selling LMIAs or hiring foreign workers under false pretenses. Employers found to be in violation of these regulations may face severe penalties, including fines and temporary shutdowns. This increased scrutiny serves as a deterrent against fraudulent practices and ensures that the LMIA process is set as intended, to fill genuine labor shortages with qualified foreign workers when no suitable Canadian workers are available. For employers, this means adhering to stricter standards and maintaining accurate records to demonstrate compliance. Study visa changes. Adapting to new realities. The influx of international students has been a significant driver of Canada's population growth and economic development. However, the rapid increase in student numbers has also strained the country's housing, healthcare, and educational resources, particularly in popular provinces like British Columbia and Ontario. In response, Canada has introduced several changes to its study visa regulations in 2024. 1. Federal cap on study permits. Managing growth. In a significant move, Canada has implemented a temporary cap on the number of study permits issued in 2024. The total number of study permits is expected to decrease by 35% compared to 2023, with only about 360,000 new permits being issued this year. This cap is designed to manage the rapid growth of the international student population, which has placed significant pressure on housing and educational infrastructure. The cap is not uniform across all provinces. Provinces that have seen the most unsustainable growth in international students, such as Ontario and British Columbia, will experience sharper reductions in study permit approvals. This targeted approach aims to distribute the student population more evenly across the country and alleviate pressure on the most affected regions. For prospective students, this cap means that admission into Canadian institutions will become more competitive, particularly for undergraduate programs. Institutions in provinces with stricter caps may prioritize students with higher academic achievements or those enrolling in graduate programs, which are generally exempt from the cap. 2. Changes to post-graduation work permit, PGWP, eligibility. Refining opportunities. The post-graduation work permit, PGWP, program has been a cornerstone of Canada's strategy to retain international talent. However, the 2024 updates have introduced significant changes to PGWP eligibility. Starting September 1, 2024, international students who enroll in private colleges will no longer be eligible for PGWPs unless their programs meet specific criteria. This change is aimed at curbing the exploitation of the PGWP by certain private institutions that have been accused of accepting large numbers of international students without providing adequate support or educational value. Conversely, students who complete master's programs in Canada will now be eligible for extended PGWPs of up to 3 years. This extension provides master's graduates with more time to gain valuable Canadian work experience, which is often a key factor in qualifying for permanent residency. This change reflects Canada's commitment to attracting and retaining highly skilled talent that can contribute to the country's economy and innovation sectors. 3. Increased financial requirements. Ensuring stability. Starting January 1, 2024, the financial requirements for international students have been significantly increased. Students must now demonstrate that they have at least $20,635 to cover their living expenses while studying in Canada, up from the previous requirement of $10,000. This increase is intended to ensure that international students have the financial resources to support themselves without relying on additional income from part-time work. The higher financial threshold also reflects the rising cost of living in Canada, particularly in major cities where many international students reside. For students, this means planning their finances more carefully and securing adequate funding before applying for a study permit. This change also aims to reduce the financial strain on students, allowing them to focus on their studies without the added pressure of financial instability. Broader implications of these changes. The 2024 updates to Canada's Work Permit, LMIA, and study visa regulations are part of a broader strategy to manage the country's population growth, economic needs, and social responsibilities. These changes are designed to ensure that Canada remains a destination of choice for skilled workers and students while addressing the challenges posed by rapid population growth and labor market fluctuations. For employers. Strategic workforce planning. For Canadian employers, these changes necessitate a more strategic approach to workforce planning. The reduced LMIA validity period and stricter cap on low-wage temporary foreign workers mean that employers must be more proactive in their recruitment efforts and more diligent in their compliance with regulations. The inclusion of asylum seekers in the recruitment process also opens up new avenues for filling labor shortages, particularly in sectors where there is a high demand for workers. Employers must also be prepared for increased scrutiny and audits, which will require them to maintain accurate records and demonstrate their efforts to recruit local talent before turning to foreign workers. These changes underscore the importance of ethical recruitment practices and the need for businesses to align their workforce strategies with Canada's broader economic and social goals. For international students. Navigating a competitive landscape. For international students, the 2024 updates represent both challenges and opportunities. The federal cap on study permits means that admission into Canadian institutions will be more competitive, particularly in provinces like Ontario and British Columbia. However, students enrolling in master's and doctoral programs are likely to be less affected by these changes and may even benefit from extended PGWP eligibility. The increased financial requirements also mean that students must be more financially prepared before coming to Canada. This change is intended to ensure that students can support themselves and focus on their studies without the added burden of financial stress. For many students, this may require securing additional scholarships, grants, or loans to meet the higher financial threshold. Canada's recent updates to its work permit, LMIA, and study visa regulations mark a significant shift in the country's approach to managing immigration. These changes are designed to address the challenges posed by a fluctuating labor market and the rapid growth of the international student population. For employers and students alike, staying informed about these updates is crucial for navigating the Canadian immigration system and making informed decisions about working or studying in Canada. These changes reflect Canada's commitment to maintaining a balanced and sustainable immigration system that benefits both the country and those who choose to make it their home. As Canada continues to evolve its immigration system, cut off the broader analysis of the LMIA and study visa updates, demonstrating the complex nature of the changes. With the new LMIA validity period, employers must be more efficient in their hiring processes. The cap on low-wage temporary foreign workers pushes employers to prioritize local talent, while the inclusion of asylum seekers introduces a socially responsible dimension to recruitment. On the study visa front, the federal cap on permits underscores the need for infrastructure to catch up with the rapid influx of international students. Changes to PGWP eligibility and the increased financial requirements reflect Canada's commitment to maintaining high educational standards and ensuring that students can support themselves. These updates collectively aim to balance Canada's economic needs with its social responsibilities, ensuring that both the country and its immigrants benefit from a well-regulated immigration system. These recent changes demonstrate Canada's adaptive immigration policies, aiming to address both immediate labor market needs and long-term economic sustainability. For those considering Canada as a destination for work or study, staying informed about these updates is essential for making strategic decisions and successfully navigating the immigration process. Thanks for tuning into Canada Chronicles. I hope this video gave you a clear understanding of the new changes to Canada's work permits and study visas for 2024. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from these updates. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always the first to know about the latest immigration news and tips for living in Canada. Until next time, stay informed and take care.